Yo, hello ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good night, whatever time you're watching this. We're back at it with another weekly markup. This was supposed to be uploaded yesterday, but life happens, man. But what matters is that you do it, right? So we're gonna get into GBPUSD right now because I'm currently in this trade. As you can see, I got in today right here, GBPUSD New York session. So let me go into. So first, you can pause it and read it, the notes. Now we're gonna get into the monthly and see why I got into this trade. So overall, price has been bearish, as you can see. Ever since we tested 138, it failed to keep on breaking highs above 138, and then we came back to test 132. And look, after we tested 132, we created a lower high, and then again, look, we tested 132 again, we created another lower high. So higher time frame wise, this is looking like a support. And if these guys are unbiased right here, I do see price coming back and taking them out. The reason being is that buyers are not showing any strength. If they were to show any strength, these wouldn't be lower highs, right? If price was really bullish, after this bullish engulfing candle, price should have kept on flying and broken structure and created a higher low above 138 and fly to 142, but obviously that did not happen. So we got lower highs after each test of 132. As you can see, lower highs after each test of 132. So that's showing that buyers are not strong. And we hop into the weekly, you can see you can see it better on the daily. On the daily, we had this previous area of strong supply that had not been tested. As you can see, it started here and it mounted all the way into here. It broke all of this structure and it was still active. Price has still not cleared it till this high. As you can see, it had only tested this, but from here up, all of this was strong area of supply. And what does price do? Price came back, tested it perfectly, and boom, instantly melted. Obviously, I missed this entry, when was this entry? So this was on Wednesday, about London session. Well, actually, you could have gotten in even right after the New York session. Look at this, 2, 6, and then London session, and then the meltdown. But you could even set a sell limit on this. But I still see price hitting all the way to 132. So we stay on the weekly. You can see no strength on the buyers. If price was really bullish, it should have really kept on flying here. And then obviously that's where we left a strong area of supply, and price came back, tested it. And then on the daily, you can see strong bearish engulfing candles, lower highs. And now this is where we got into our entry, and we're still selling all the way into 132 for approximately 100 pips. So let's see how this H4 candle closes. So we're currently in shorts on GU. So now let's get into the next one. UJ, monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily bullish, H4, H1 bullish. So negatively correlating with GU. So you can see we're fully bullish. Start up on the monthly. On the monthly, you can already see support respected above 14500. Previous area of strong supply turned into strong area of demand. Bullish engulfing candle and higher low. Strong bullish engulfing candle above 158, 15500, and 162. On the weekly, you can already see we closed with a huge bullish engulfing candle. We're still overall bullish. On the daily, we're still bullish. I do have this zone right here marked up because it's the closest zone, and I was thinking price was maybe going to come back to test the zone one more time and continue, or we could have had shorts here, but price is still looking very, very, very bullish. That's on the H4 already. The daily is bullish, H4 is bullish, and the H1, you can see we were ranging for a bit, and then on the Sunday we came to clear everything below the range, and now we might actually come clear everything above the range. And after we clear everything above the range, we might then have the drop. maybe. It's not for sure. It all depends how price reacts to this zone right here. So either we have the drop or price continues bullish and gives us a higher low. But overall we're still bullish, and I still see price hitting all of these highs. So we could actually maybe even, since we are selling on GBPUSD, we could possibly buy my UJ, but I mean this is a 1-to-1 and I'm already in a trade, so I could just wait for price to test this, and then here we could have a trade. Now on to the next, USDCAD. Wait, USDCAD is bearish on the monthly bullish, weekly bullish, turning bearish, daily bearish, H4H1 bearish. Let me see this again. USDCAD, because USDCAD might be flipping back bullish. Hold up. So monthly we're bullish. Support respected above 135,500. Monthly bullish engulfing candle above 139, and even above 141,500, which is obviously previous strong area supply and demand. On the weekly, we were bullish turning bearish because obviously price failed to keep on breaking highs above 141,500. I mean, we did break above it, but then we broke back below it with a strong weekly bearish engulfing candle below 141,500. So right now we're still technically bullish turning bearish. And then on the daily, so price was bearish, but look on the H4, price already broke the structure, and it does make sense because I do still see sales on GU till we get to 132 right here. So that could actually correlate with USDCAD buys into 141,500, and then at 141,500 we could have a potential trade. Very similar to, because look, this is also a strong area of supply that has not been tested yet. I was gonna say I need an alert here, but I already have it. So all we have to do is for price to get to this zone. We could maybe even potentially get into another trade. The buys to this, but that's still not good risk to reward. So it's just better to wait for price to get to 141,500, and then we can have the potential trade off of it. Either the sales or the buys above are gonna happen. All we have to do is just wait. So on the daily though, we're still, I would say we're bearish on the daily, but on the H4 we're definitely turning bullish. So we will still need to wait for a lower high in a bearish engulfing candle below 141,500. So bearish. Turning bullish. So now GJ and NZDCAD. So monthly bullish on GJ, weekly bullish, daily bullish, H4H1 bullish, turning bearish. You can see that we were ranging on DJ too. So on the monthly, you can already see price is fully bullish. Bullish trend respected above 180. Previous area of strong supply turned into strong area of demand at 195. Previous area of strong supply turned into strong area of demand at 208. And then we have a strong area of supply here, which is 215, as you can see. It didn't have any strength. I mean, we did have a reaction up to it, but it didn't have any strength after we tested 215, and then we broke above it. So price is still telling us that it is fully bullish. And the next target, I mean, it's all the way up to 240, as you can see. That is, we can have some nice buys, 2,000 pip buys, so we can have a good entry. Look, on the weekly we're bullish still, even though we might be kind of turning bearish now. Look at this. And then look at that previous weekly candle. It goes with the doji. So now, and then that's crazy. On the weekly it's a doji, but on the daily, look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, technically 6 ranging candles until we finally broke out of the range right now. But we actually still have to clear this wick here for us to continue to the downside. And the next target if price does come to the downside is this, another area of supply and demand right here, as you can see. So on the daily we're bullish turning bearish, and then on the H4 I would say we're bearish. So yeah, let me change this already. So sometimes you didn't see what you saw before, or I mean, I also did this chart before the market opened. Daily bullish turning bearish. So we have to wait for price to reach this zone right here and see what it does. Either we're gonna buy off of it or we're gonna sell below it. Sell below it to 215. And then last but not least, NZDCAD. Monthly bullish, weekly bullish turning bearish, daily bearish, H4 H1 bearish. NZDCAD is a great pair to trade if you have a small account and you could pop a really big lot size on it, or I mean, because the risk is less, but don't over risk whatever, right? You risk 10% of your account max per trade. So overall on the monthly, we're bullish, but I would say we're also kind of ranging. But we're bullish, obviously we have more higher lows, and then we have a previous bullish engulfing candle and a higher low above 0.80, which as you can see, 0.80 is a monthly strong area of demand, supply, demand, supply, 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 demand, 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 or let's keep it simple, support and resistance. And then look at this candle, bullish engulfing candle, higher low above 0.80, and then the next target was 0.80 to 500, and it already got hit. So on the monthly we're still bullish, and then on the weekly we're bullish turning bearish, because after we tested this other previous area of supply or resistance, which is 0.80 to 500, price instantly rejected it, and now we're coming back to the downside. So on the weekly we're bullish turning bearish, and then on the daily we're already bearish. You could even see a nice little double top here, strong little double top, and then we have a bearish engulfing candle below this zone that broke structure, so this actually should be already cleared. And on the H4, I'm liking that we tested this zone right here. As you can see, it was a strong little area of supply that had not been tested. Price tested it for the first time, and then we instantly had the reaction. So this could have been a nice little trade, man. I missed it. Oh, it was on Sunday too. It could have already been up 20 pips. See, sometimes you might see a trade that you like, dude, if I could have just saw this in real time, I would have taken it. But you realize that your analysis is also right, because if you would have took it, look, I mean, it started from right here to here. Previous area of strong supply, tested for the first, well actually we even had two tests. I could have gotten in here, and then if you set your stop loss at entry and secured, price would have came back and taken you out. How freaking annoying. So you would have entered, price melts, gave you 20 pips. Ah, man, you see, that's so annoying. It would have given me 20 pips, I would have secured, set it as free. And then what does price do? Comes back, retests the zone, and then boom, comes back into profit. But all you had to do was right here, enter again after you saw this lower high or this bearish engulfing candle with the same analysis. Plus you already made 20 pips, so if you lost the second one, you're only gonna go back to break even. And guess what? It wouldn't have been break even. It would have been another point, 20 pips. So that would have been 40 pips for the day. And I missed out on both of these trades. Wow. But it's just so good to just see the chart and see what you missed out on. And see where we could have gotten in. Or where we should have already been in. So now I do see NZDCAD hitting to this zone here. Maybe at this zone here it might give us a reaction, but I don't know if it's going to be this strong or if it's going to be a weak reaction and continue to the downside, something like this, just to create another lower high, and then price clears it, and it's going to start, and then people are going to start thinking that this is a support when it's not, and then it's going to create liquidity here, and then boom, we're going to break through it. But that shouldn't have mattered because you should have already been in the trade here. And after price hits your target, you say risk free. That's why it's very important to have your TP1, which this would have been technically TP1, and then TP2 it's all the way to 0.80. But you know that at this zone you have to secure and set risk free. Because either this could happen and take you out if you didn't secure, or I mean that's literally the only bad thing that would have happened if you would have been in this trade. Besides that, price melts and hits to 0.80. So actually we just have to wait for price to see. We just have to wait to see what price does at this zone. And it's literally a waiting game or a patience game. So I have to know that. I mean, I missed out on the trade at 0.80 to 100. I remember I did catch some buys above 0.80. So we just have to wait for either price to test one of these zones or to see how it reacts to this zone. Now we're back into GBPUSD and waiting. So now, peace and love to anybody watching this. I command you health, wealth, knowledge, wisdom from your entire family. Peace and love. Back to work.